This week's podcast invites you to take a sneak peek at the Tennessee Williams classic Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. This show opens October 2nd and runs through October 18th. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is an intimate look at Southern society and the hidden secrets and lies that a family dare not discuss.
We started picking the season last year, and right around the time we did that, Paul Newman died. And he was always one of my role models. I grew up watching his movies, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Cool Hand Luke, all of those things. And one of the shows that came up by the play reading discussion was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
God, it's like the Waltons meeting Jerry Springer. It's great. Not to mention, it's the only way I can hang out with my wife.
Well, it's Tennessee Williams, and I love his women. They're all a little crazy, and I don't know, he just has a way of explaining the human condition that I think is really dead on. And a way of making people who, on the surface, are maybe not very likable, a little harsh, a little needy, whatever, and letting the audience and the reader see the core of them and make them likable.
For me, it's one of my more meaty roles, something that I could really get my teeth into, so to speak, and kind of chew on it, kind of nuance the character, and that's what I really enjoy about the work that I do, is that I can present a character and then let the audience decide to what extent or to what side of the spectrum of Brick's emotions that he will be playing. And I really appreciate the work that I've had the opportunity to do here with Brick.
I think the challenge of it is Tennessee Williams has a rhythm to it, a language all of its own almost, and it's very hard to make it palatable in terms of, I mean, the show, I've seen versions of this show that last 3 hours long, and I don't think that's how it's meant to be played. I think it's meant to be played overlapping. I think it's meant to be played in a very naturalistic, rhythmic style. And yes, there's poetry to the language, but I think it's important to make it sound real, to make it sound like the characters are actually saying these things.
You know, I'll admit, I was one of those people. I read it in high school, I read it in college, and I think what makes it fun is there is humor in Tennessee Williams' work. It's not apparent, it's not direct. It's something that you have to delve into, you have to dig for, but it's there and it's hilarious.
Well, the lines, like the first act has so many lines that it actually was pretty challenging. And I think having her not be shrill, because she is desperate, and so trying to keep her a little more low-key.
Well, let's see. Every night trying to talk like this, after a while, it just gets to you. And it's getting to where it's a lot easier to do this than to do this.
Well, I haven't done a drama here yet, but really my part isn't very dramatic. It's more funny anyway, but...
It's pretty dramatic.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I love working with all the little kitties. They're so much fun. And I like being Southern, and I like meeting new people.
It's funny. Really, oh, you know, I think they should come for Jen. I think May is so hilarious, and they should just come because it's fun. It's fun, and all the actors that are in it, I think, really bring something special, and you really brought out the humor and the fun of this production.
She's a tacky beauty queen, money-grubbing hussy who does nothing but pump out kids and wants to stick her nose in everybody else's business, and just thinks she knows everything.
I think this is a great cast. I got really lucky with this group of people. Matt does a fantastic Brick, and he plays it with a very nice, quiet stillness that is very hard to do on stage. He's on stage the entire show, and it's hard to do that. And then Leslie as Maggie is fantastic. She came in that first night, and I remember we did our read-through downstairs, and as we read through that first act where she talks for a long time, each page would flip by and her eyes were just getting wider and wider as she realized how much she'd have to memorize for this show. But no, she jumped right in, and the second week we were here, she was off book and just doing everything she could to just nail that character. And then Ernie came in. We didn't get anyone to really came in to audition for Big Daddy, and I mean, obviously the part calls for an older gentleman who can dominate the stage for 45 minutes. And Ernie just came in and he said, "I really want to do this role," and so we let him, and he took the ball and ran with it. He came in, and he and Matt stayed up on stage every afternoon just working through the lines and figuring out how to do all the stuff. And he's just done a really fantastic job. And all the rest of the cast is wonderful too. Jen and Jason and Barbara and all the kids and even our little parts like the Reverend and the Doctor. I got really lucky with this cast, and I can't thank them enough for all the hard work they put into this thing.